Hi everybody, Jonathan Russell, the orphanmovie.com. I want to welcome you back to our vlog here. This is going to be episode 3, and before we actually get into the topic for today, we've got a couple of housekeeping things I want to take care of regarding the last vlog that we did. I got kind of long-winded and went on a bit and didn't intend to do that. I had a lot of ground I was trying to cover. I was trying to cover it fast, and so everything kind of got crunched together, and I still went long, and we're going to make an effort not to do that anymore. If we do have something that's going to be long, we're going to beforehand actually plan it out to where we can break it into 2 separate vlogs if that's what's necessary. The other thing is that there's a little bit of a disclaimer I meant to put in, and that's just that we're not presenting this as filmmaking 101 or here's how to make a movie. I kind of hit this on the first one a little bit. This is really a vlog that we're doing as a journal for ourselves on the making of this film, and we're sharing it. The topics are going to be universal to filmmaking, whether you're making a Hollywood blockbuster or a very low budget film like we are. But I just wanted to emphasize the fact that all of the opinions and everything that we're talking about here is based on our experience in the making of this particular film. It isn't something that's going to be universal or necessarily true to any other film. With that out of the way, we get into today's topic, which is screenwriting. Whenever an author writes a book, he has to really paint a picture with the words. So whenever you're reading it, you're getting all kinds of information, the weather, the time of day, what people are wearing, what they're saying, what they're thinking, why they're behaving in the ways that they are. And that's because just seeing the words on the page aren't enough. They have to be able to create in your mind with the words what they're trying to show you as far as the picture they're painting with the book. A script is a different animal, however. It's something that going to end up telling a story, and it's going to tell it in a visual way, but it doesn't have to contain the same amount of information. A script for a stage play, for instance, will have a certain amount of information that's not going to be the same as what's in the screenplay. And what's in the screenplay is very, very sparse and very much to the bone. And the reason is because the information that needs to be told is really just the dialogue. Only a little bit of intention or blocking, which is actors' movement, needs to be included. And that's because the way the story is going to be told, the way the story is going to be presented, is really up to the director and the production team, not so much the screenwriter. There's a movie that I heard about recently that I can't remember which one it was, but they used an example as there was an explosion in it. And it was this big spectacular explosion. It was this great special effects sequence. But what was said in the script was simply such and such explodes. And that's because it wasn't the screenwriter's job to say this is what happens in the explosion, just that there was the explosion. It was the director and the production crew's job to decide what that explosion looks like. Now, whenever you're actually writing a script, there's a certain structure you're supposed to follow. As I said, there's not near as much information. It's much more sparse. It's set up in a way that's been refined and revised over several years. And if you're going to be writing a screenplay, you have to follow this structure. Now, if you're a very low budget production like ours, and like I'm the one producing, I'm directing, I'm writing, I was able to get away with not necessarily following that structure. Like the first couple of drafts, if you read them, there's a lot more information that's there that's not really included in the screenplay. But that's because I was really kind of including it as my notes for myself. What we're going to be using when the actual production will be much more sparse. And the reason is, like I said, the information is already in my head. I know what I want it to look like. I don't necessarily need to have everybody who reads the script see that. Whenever you start writing a script itself, like I said, there's a certain structure to follow. And if you're going to be selling your scripts or hoping to be writing a script and going to production companies and saying, hey, here's this great movie I want to have made, y'all really should make this, you really need to follow that structure that's set up. There's lots of information on the internet, lots of books out there on how to do that structure, and you really need to follow that. Don't do your own thing if that's what your intention is, because if it's not professional looking, people aren't going to pay attention to it. Now, whenever you decide to actually write your script, there's a variety of ways that you can do it. Of course, if you want to use a typewriter for some reason, you can do it that way. But if you're going to be doing it on your computer, there's a variety of options out there for you. I know that there's a few different templates available for Microsoft Word, but that's not really your best choice simply because Word is such a generic, universal type program. It's not really set up for handling the structure of writing a script or a screenplay. Probably the best known script writing program out there is Final Draft, and it's a really good program. It's very powerful. It's very intuitive. I haven't actually used it myself, but as I understand, it's really something that's actually used on a professional level. If your production is more bare bones like ours is, and you're not really willing to spend the money on something like that, there's several free programs out there that are available for script writing. The one I used is Celtics or Celtics. I've heard it pronounced both ways. It's CELTX. It's a very good program. It's available online. If I remember right, the address is www.celticsceltx.com. They have an actual studio suite available that you can pay for, but as far as the script writing program itself, it's available online. Like I said, if I could learn it, and I did, it's very easy to use, it's very intuitive, and they actually will store your script online there for you. You don't have to worry about downloading, although if that's what you prefer to do, you can. I think that's about it for today. Hopefully that'll give you a little bit of an idea of what's involved as far as writing a screenplay, what a screenplay is. We want to hear from you, like I said before. The address is realorphanmovie@gmail.com. You can look for us on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, The Orphan Movie, and of course our website, theorphanmovie.com. So give us a visit. If you got some comments, got questions, please get in touch with us, either through social media or through our email, which again is realorphanmovie@gmail.com. We'll see you next time.